Yeah.
Hello, Dyonne, the healer from Holland.
Hi, Miriam, my philosopher friend from Sweden.
We have just talked.
How are you?
Oh, I'm very good, and it's snowing. Oh, it's not snowing, but it has snowed, and yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful winter's day. Just like in Holland, finally we have the same weather. Yeah.
Yeah, winter wonderland. I was so jealous about your circumstances, so I'm happy now to be able to build a snow doll out there. Yes.
Right. So we have been talking about personal development, and last time we talked about the value of doing something different than you usually do, and we ended up saying that what is different for you was different for everyone, and we brought in Myers-Briggs, which as a clue, as a system that gives a clue to what you should be doing depending on your Myers-Briggs type. You know, you can always just try all things, but if you want to a shortcut, you can do a Myers-Briggs test and take it from there if you like.
Yeah, I was about to say that, to refer to the web for people not knowing it, that they can do a MBTI or Myers-Briggs test. It's the full word to find out your personality type, because it is really interesting and it's really helpful. For me, I noticed really that it changed my entire biorhythm from feeling depleted all the time and empty to feeling nurtured and nourished. That helpful. So, but back to you.
Yeah, no, it's important. Yeah, just want to say that there are a number of Myers-Briggs tests. You should take all of them, and then see if you probably won't get the same result. And that's because the people who write these tests are also types, and it's difficult to write questions so that people will answer them appropriately. Anyway, so it happens. It happened many times that people will get a type, they got the wrong result, and then they'll feel that it's a stupid system that doesn't work.
To have something that we touched already in the last episode, that I said, check your motives.
Yeah.
Because and with that I meant obviously more your intentions. Like, when do you involve people in something, and also when do you start something, and why do you start something? You can even go back further, because what the reason is for you to do something to involve something, because that you also mentioned something that you have going on, that you're like, why does this person ask me that, and why now, and why me? And then you know that there might be ulterior motive or something, and that is not adding to one's personal growth. And I think that's what you meant with authenticity.
Yes, or I meant something like, because we were talking about involving other people in your personal development, and specifically when you are creating a project or something like that, when there's something that you like to do, and it's beneficial to involve someone else at some point, but you need to figure out what point. So for some people, it's in the brainstorming process. For me, it's not the brainstorming process, because I do that in my head, and I don't want input from anyone. But for me, it's in the planning process. Like, what should we put first, and what will it have greatest impact if I put which developing an order of things. And then so for example, so that's an example of when to involve someone else.
Maybe to make it concrete also, when would you advise me with my personality type to involve someone, and when not? And then you could see when I would be authentic or not, like according to my personality type.
Yes, we can do that. That's good. Yeah. So for the INFP, that means starting in the Myers-Briggs rhythm, cognitive functions that were inspired by Jung. So your rhythm starts with introverted feeling, and that is where you don't need any input at all from anyone. It's not like we need to discuss if your values. You know your values.
Like in the morning also, you should not find me at the pantry with all the coffee people hanging around. Hey, hi, how how are you doing? No, in the morning people should leave me alone, just meditating on the top of my mountain. Well, in the house, but sort of what you mean, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. So for some people, it really works well to meet in the cafeteria at work and talk about the weekend and, you know, how was the concert that you went to, you know, before Corona times?
Yeah.
How did you feel? Oh, it was wonderful, and very expressive. That's you would don't need to do that. You would prefer to be by yourself. Yes. But your next automatic function is the extroverted intuition. So that's the brainstorming, where we throw out ideas, and this is where it becomes interesting from an authenticity point of view, because it's easy to think that you are only authentic. The ideas are only authentically yours if they sort of sprung from you, and you can see that you yourself was the originator of exactly every part. And this is what makes people idiots in this ancient Greek sense, you know, when you think that you can do everything by yourself and that you should do everything by yourself. So you should, and it's not true. And even if we have a brainstorming session where you and I are throwing ideas out and just checking, you are the one who will pick the one that is yours and that you want to work with, you know, so it will be your idea that and then you will continue with the creative process after that. But that said, it's also very interesting to note that sometimes some people like Sigmund Freud, for example, was always very careful to give reference to where he had, so the idea that he was working on had originated, and he always thanked people. Like he would write something like, "Oh, I want to especially thank Dr. Frank," or whatever, for the great input in this matter, and being such a valuable discussion partner in and I think Freud almost gave away one of his more important theories. I don't remember if it was the theory of the unconscious or something else, for fear of hijacking someone else's and to claim to be the originator of something. But he probably was. And that, again, that said, it's not like these ideas originate in one person's mind and then you can never use them or appropriate them. It's like when we discover them. Oh, I'm talking so much now, but I'm like,
no, it's okay.
Yeah. So when we discover the meaning of a cliche, for example, when it finally dawns on us what it means to say, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
And we start to use that cliche. It's not like we're the one who made it up, but something has happened so that from now on we are able to use this metaphor, cliche, whatever.
Yeah, you reproduce the meaning.
Yes.
As a personal experience. So it's a cliche that holds a truth in itself, in definition, by default, in definition. And because and then by experience, you can relate to that cliche as it being a truth.
Yes, and then it is yours in a way.
Yes.
So you're authentic, using it in an authentic way.
Yes.
Yes. So this is our authenticity versus like denoting gratitude to referent. You know, I feel there's something important here that I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get at something, but I don't really know what it is. But it's something about being authentic, it's something about integrity, having the integrity, and integrity also means to say thank you for inspiring me to think like this, you know, where you realize that I am not an idiot who fully believes that I'm the first one who understood the meaning of this cliche, or I'm the first one who understood the meaning of the unconscious. I mean, the idea of the unconscious, just like many these great, like Darwin's idea, also it's sort of sprung up by someone else roughly at the same time, and then he famously had to write it down very quickly. And you know, it's so these big ideas tend to sort of pop up in many places.
That's more synchronicity.
Yeah.
But integrity is more about being honest about, well, integrity is two things actually that come up for me. Being true to your own values, and also not taking someone else's credits, give credit where credit is due. That is what comes up for me while you say this.
Yes.
And something being authentic. I think what you tried, is it what you tried to get at that authentic, like as if it would be just one voice saying something that is later on articulated in a different way, but with added extra theory or personal experiences, becoming that person's authentic way of expressing something that's very similar?
Yeah, something like that. I suppose, I mean, yeah, I suppose I suppose it's something about.
Can you give a concrete example, maybe?
Oh, that's the most difficult thing for me to be concrete.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, or make something up, or make, I mean, like some fiction, something very small.
Or I'll go the other way. I'll make it super abstract instead, and I'll say that as far as
That's you.
as far as personal development goes, these are important elements as well. Authenticity and giving credit where credit is due, so that we understand that we should not be idiots. We should not believe that we can or should do everything by ourselves, and that we are somehow the originators of all great things. It's all right to be the combination is doable, to be authentically me and to use something that is already in the world. You know, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah,
it's even it's a phrase from the Bible, so it's old enough. You know, that nothing is new. And then on the other level, with the synchronicity and these ideas popping up at the same time, and also these cliches and phrases that are true for everyone, you don't put all of your eggs in one basket, there's nothing new under the sun, that this is kind of the human development. So we have personal development and human development. The parallel motions.
Development of humankind, evolution of humankind. Yes.
Yeah.
Shall we leave it at that for today?
Yes, we should. We have to. Looking at the time here. Yes, we'll do that, and then we'll continue soon again.
With another present or another egg from the basket.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, the Easter eggs, we're gonna look for them.
Yes, several baskets, please, not just one. It's not a good idea to put.
We have many to do, many to go.
Perfect.
Yes. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Bye.